Hi everyone, it's Colleen, your Adult Services Librarian here at the Shelby County Public Library, and today, for today's book talk, I am going to be talking about short story collections. So, if you don't know, I actually film these videos in the room that houses the short story collection. It's just here right behind me. And so I thought I would spotlight a couple of the books from our collection. The first one I want to talk about is Kinsey and Me by Sue Grafton. This is a story collection featuring Sue Grafton's famous detective, Kinsey Melhone, and also the latter half of the book features some stories of a detective called Kit Blue, which is based off of Grafton herself. A lot of this is also kind of autobiographical, and the Kit Blue stories kind of dealing a lot with similar situations that were in Grafton's own family life. It is not something to get started with if you are into Sue Grafton's Kinsey Melhone stories, but something to do if you're more of a big fan and want to know a bit more about her, or want to read some more of Grafton's other writing. The next one I'm going to talk about is Everything Inside by Edwidge Danticat. Danticat is very prolific. She has very many novels and story collections. This is her most recent work, and it features a bunch of different stories, a lot of them set down in Miami or the Caribbean, since Danticat is from there. She's a pretty big up-and-coming novelist, and as I mentioned, has a lot of other books, so if you read this and are pretty taken with it, then there are other books that you can read by her as well. The last one I want to talk about is a master of the genre, and it is Carried Away by Alice Munro. It is a collection of some of her short stories she has picked herself. Alice Munro actually recently won the Nobel Prize in Literature, and she is known primarily for only writing in short stories. She's never written a novel. Her chosen form of work is short stories. A lot of her stories have been turned into movies. For instance, Still Alice was based off of one of her short stories. So you've probably been acquainted with her work in some capacity, whether directly or indirectly. If you would like to read more of her work, we have some collections of her short stories here and some other ones as well, if you're interested. So come and check them out. That's all from me for this week, guys. I hope you enjoyed that, and you come check out the room that I'm in, the short story collection. Bye.